Hey, what's up guys? Today we'll be looking at, does Alkaline really have an international career? Alright, so does Alkaline have an international career? And when we say, does he have an international career, we're talking about, does he currently have an international career? Does he have the potential to get an international career based on what we see him outputting in his music currently? Alright, so first thing, there was a song by Chronix recently, Likes. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And in that song, what he alleges is that most of these artists nowadays that we consider to be running the place, they don't have an international presence, they don't have an international career. As Chronix said, Bob Marley still a lead for hype. Meanwhile, some people depend social media hype. This comment is aimed at a lot of artists, but mostly the artists are the DJs currently that are running the place, such as Vybz Kartel and definitely Alkaline. So we're assessing, is Chronix right? Is he ignoring that Alkaline might have an international career? So let's look at it. Let's just see if he has an international career. The last song from Alkaline that actually went on the Billboard chart, or the last album I should say, that went on the Billboard chart is New Level Unlocked. That peaked #1 when it was released. I don't remember the exact stats. Go check it out. It's on Billboard. Use your Google, people. Alright, so it's there. But Alkaline hasn't had major international success apart from that. Alkaline has had a lot of local success. In fact, most persons will say that Alkaline has an international career because before, recently, he has not or did not perform in Jamaica. But can performing outside Jamaica mean you have an international career, or it just mean that you have a performing contract with somebody somewhere? I don't consider that an international career, because if you look at Bob Marley did not just perform outside of Jamaica. He literally had an international career. And in fact, Bob Marley doesn't currently perform anywhere. Bob Marley's dead, and he still has an international career. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about an international career. You don't have to perform to have that presence. You don't have to perform to be charting internationally. In fact, I don't think Bob Marley has charted in Jamaica in a long time, but yet still he's winning awards even in his dead state. Go check it out. Alright, but Alkaline now, let's get back to him. What has he done? What milestone has he achieved in his career internationally? Once again, if you're talking about locally, you're watching the wrong video. We're not talking about local stuff. We're talking about international presence and international career. So if you're not talking about international, please shut up. Alright. Chronix again, using his watermark to gauge the situation. Him have a line in the same song, Likes, where him say Riri, which is Rihanna, a work dancehall. Meaning there's nobody who has gone and done it to the highest level like Rihanna. And Rihanna is not even Jamaican. So where is Chronix? Why has he not gotten that #1? Yes, now some persons are going to say, but him don't have the Rihanna kind of marketing behind him and the Rihanna kind of money. Yes, I understand, but isn't he the person who is currently the youngest and the baddest, as he claims, running dancehall? So shouldn't he be running dancehall internationally as well? He only had one album that peaked. So, question, has Alkaline made any attempts to break internationally? I think yes. Remember that song he has with Sean Kingston? That was in 2015, if I remember correctly. You can correct me in the comment section, I'm not sure. But yes, Ride On never went very far. It went far locally, but it did not go very far internationally, and that's where it counts. Alright, next assessment we notice is that persons with an international career, if you check out their net worth, which is calculated in US and obviously not Jamaican, I don't care how rich you think your artist is, if he's not having a high net worth calculated in US, then technically he doesn't have an international presence. One of the most successful dancehall artists to date is Sean Paul. If you check out his net worth, which I'm going to show you now, you can see he's doing pretty well. We're going to get around to the Alkaline net worth, but let's get now to the next successful dancehall artist internationally, and that is no other than Mr. Lover Lover himself, Shaggy. Yup, if you check out his net worth, it's over 20 million US. Bear in mind, Shaggy is a good businessman, so we're not going to take that away from Shaggy and say it's because he's a great DJ, because trust me, I don't listen to nothing that Shaggy sings, but that don't take the fact away that he is a recognizable person inside dancehall. Alright, so that's Shaggy. Then Mr. Successful himself, Shower. Don't watch his network, but the point is he's not considered the hottest thing in dancehall at the moment, but yet still he has over $1 million US net worth. So what about Vybz Kartel? He's incarcerated. He's one of those persons people would probably say still has an international appeal. Well, Vybz Kartel's net worth is over 5 million, even incarcerated. I don't know how right that is, but that's what it says. Go Google. Mavado, same thing. Decent net worth, decent international appeal. Not as big as Bob Marley. None of these people are big as Bob Marley. The two biggest ones I've actually noted out of both of them is Sean Paul and Shaggy. These are the two most successful dancehall artists. So the next question is, where is Alkaline? Alkaline is hovering below $1 million. Can you believe it? Below $1 million. Not saying this to laugh at him, or not saying this to put any fun in it. I'm just saying he doesn't have that international presence that he actually needs. So what has been his latest attempts? Alright, based on what the moves I've seen, he's actually collabed with the most successful dancehall artist he can get his hands on, which is Sean Paul, and he has actually released a new song, Gallus Pro, that is aimed at an international audience. Will it be successful? I don't think so, but hey, you're probably going to hear some me bad mind, but I'm just saying it don't sound successful to me. And the last view count I checked wasn't even over 2 million views. If there is, please post a link to that, because I'd love to see it. Maybe it's you and your friend and watching it and clicking on it. But as far as me know, that is less than $1 million. So don't see the point of that. So now I've mentioned that. So moving right along, Chronix dropped some more words. As him say, him never see some people on a plane yet. And if you check it out, it's true. Not saying you never see Alkaline on a plane yet, don't bother start with me. I'm just simply saying, if you check international presence again, which is what we're gauging this thing from, he doesn't have a bigger presence than Chronix himself. And you know that's a fact. If you don't believe, go Google, stop trace, go Google. Alright, moving right along. So why we say him don't have a big enough international presence? Because if you check lately, who's been doing dancehall internationally in terms of being successful, take out the Sean Pauls and the Shaggies, who are arguably authentic Jamaican artists, and we'll put that in quotes. You have persons like Gentleman. Most people in Jamaica barely even know this man, but guess what, internationally the man is recognized. Him coming like Bob Marley adopted son without the locks. The brethren I do it. Go and Google him. Don't just put in Gentleman, because you're going to get a definition, but just put it in Gentleman Jamaican artist and you're going to see that he's a very successful person. So therefore you have to argue, if this man, which is Alkaline, is running dancehall, why are we not speaking about him in an international forum? Why we not say him going to win the next Grammy? And if you ever sit down in the comment section and about him going to win a Grammy, just don't even, just Don't. Don't say nothing. We're not asking nothing. Him not win a Grammy, you know too. Moving right along. He has to change the kind of music he's putting out. If your mother, my mother, and my auntie couldn't listen to it, then chances are not going to be successful internationally. Work, work, work sound weird when Rihanna sing it, but guess what? School pick me sing it. It catchy. Most of the things that Alkaline sing for the international audience have a fast flow. And the flow is so fast, if you don't talk patois, you don't know what I'm talking about. And that don't make no sense. We could have laughed a little more after Sean Paul when him a counting word, baby girl, you know I want it, I want it. We could have laughed a little more. The man a lead internationally. He's doing collabs internationally. He's making waves internationally. Him not the hottest thing. Him not going pop no venue at Jamaica. I don't think so, unless the uptown people are come. But guess what? He's successful. So when we put it together, Alkaline doesn't have an international presence. You couldn't sit down there and say, I'm going to get it. Unless he changes management or changes direction, he will not have an international presence. And the attempts that he's making, the collab with Sean Paul is a good idea. But the truth is, unless he changes how he structures his music and his business, performing outside Jamaica don't mean international career, and he won't have one. So guess what? He has to change how he does it. And that's been my 2 cents on this whole matter. When you can trace all and alike, that's the straight up truth. If you like it, say you like it. If you hate it, I don't care, personally. Anyways, thanks for watching.